I'm sure you've heard the news. The jungle is full of life. From the air, it's an endless emerald ocean. A vibrant, breathing world teeming with more species than we can count. It's a place of profound beauty, a symphony of sounds, and a testament to the sheer power of nature. We see the lush canopy, the brilliant flowers, the exotic birds, and we are drawn in by its promise of discovery and adventure. It feels ancient, primordial, a living museum of evolution. But this idyllic image, this postcard-perfect vision of paradise, is only half the story. It's a carefully constructed facade, hiding a far more complex and dangerous reality. Because beneath that beauty, a toolkit of deadly surprises. This isn't a garden, it's a battlefield. Every single organism, from the tallest tree to the smallest microbe, is locked in a relentless, millennia-old arms race for survival. And the weapons they've developed are more sophisticated, more potent, and more deceptive than anything humans could engineer. This world operates on a different set of rules, where a single misstep, a moment of carelessness, can be your last. The jungle doesn't forgive ignorance, it punishes it. Stick around. I'll show you the science behind the danger. We're going to peel back the layers of this green labyrinth and expose the intricate chemistry, the evolutionary genius, and the raw survival instincts that make the jungle the most competitive environment on Earth. We'll move from the field to the lab, connecting the visible threat to the invisible mechanism that powers it. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about understanding. It's about appreciating the complexity of an ecosystem where life and death are separated by the thinnest of margins. First up, plants that pretend to be tasty fruit. In a world where energy is everything, a sweet, nutritious meal is an irresistible prize. Many plants rely on animals to disperse their seeds, wrapping them in a fleshy, sugary pulp as payment. But some plants have turned this contract on its head. They mimic the appearance of a harmless, delicious berry, advertising a feast that is anything but. Their vibrant colors don't signal nutrition, they signal a trap. This is a classic case of Batesian mimicry, but instead of an animal mimicking another, it's a plant mimicking a food source. Then they instantly explode with poisons, nature's bait and switch. The moment an unsuspecting animal takes a bite, the illusion shatters. The fruit's cells rupture, releasing a cocktail of powerful toxins. These can range from neurotoxic alkaloids that cause paralysis and seizures, to cardiotoxic glycosides that disrupt heart function, to caustic compounds that burn the mouth and esophagus. The goal isn't to be eaten, it's to teach a painful lesson. The animal that survives will remember, and it will warn others. The plant sacrifices a single fruit to protect all its future offspring. It's a brutal but brilliantly effective strategy, a chemical do not touch sign written in the language of evolution. Then there are the sneaky predators, or rather, the deadly prey. Meet the poison dart frog. These tiny jewel-like amphibians are some of the most visually stunning creatures in the jungle, but their beauty is a weapon. They are walking chemical weapons factories with skin so toxic a single touch can stop a heart. The golden poison frog, for example, carries enough batrachotoxin on its skin to kill 10 adult humans. Unlike venomous snakes that must inject their toxins, these frogs are poisonous. The danger comes from touching or ingesting them. They don't need to hide because they are the danger. Yet their bright colors are evolutionary warning signs. This vibrant coloration, known as aposematism, is a form of honest advertising. The frog is broadcasting a clear message to potential predators. I am dangerous. Eating me will be the last mistake you ever make. This strategy is a gamble. The frog must be conspicuous to be effective, but that also makes it more visible. Evolution has favored this trade-off because the defense is so absolute. Interestingly, these frogs don't produce the toxins themselves. They sequester them from their diet of specific ants, mites, and other arthropods. In captivity, on a different diet, they become completely harmless. They are a living testament to the principle that in the jungle, you literally are what you eat. But the dangers aren't always so brightly colored. Some of the most formidable threats are masters of disguise, or too small to be seen at all. Consider the bullet ant. Named for the searing, gunshot-like pain of its sting, this insect delivers a potent neurotoxin called ponerotoxin. The pain can last for 24 hours, coming in waves of burning, throbbing agony. It's a defensive mechanism so effective that some indigenous tribes have incorporated it into brutal warrior initiation rites. Then there are the silent assassins, like the botfly. It lays its eggs on a mosquito, and when the mosquito bites a warm-blooded host, the eggs drop onto the skin. The larvae then burrow underneath, growing inside the host's flesh. It's a parasitic strategy that is the stuff of nightmares, a violation of the deepest, most personal kind. And what about the threats you can't see? The microbes. The jungle floor is a warm, wet, and fiercely competitive environment. Any open wound, even a minor scratch from a thorn, is an open invitation. Flesh-eating jungle bacteria, like certain strains of Streptococcus or Vibrio, can cause necrotizing fasciitis, a terrifying condition where they eat wounds alive if untreated. They release enzymes that dissolve tissue, allowing the infection to spread with shocking speed. They are thriving in warm, wet shadows where they multiply fast. The very humidity that gives the jungle its lushness also creates the perfect incubator for these microscopic predators. A simple cut that would be a minor inconvenience at home can become a life-threatening emergency in a matter of hours. To survive here, many creatures have mastered the art of not being seen at all. Camouflage and mimicry are the cornerstones of jungle defense and predation. A vine snake, impossibly slender and green, disappears among the lianas. A leaf-tailed gecko becomes a piece of bark. A jaguar's spots, called rosettes, perfectly mimic the pattern of sunlight filtering through the canopy, rendering the apex predator nearly invisible. This isn't just about color. It's about pattern, texture, and even behavior. The stick insect sways in the breeze just like a real twig. The orchid mantis doesn't just look like a flower. It positions itself among them, waiting for a pollinator to make a fatal error. It's a high-stakes game of hide-and-seek where the losers are removed from the gene pool. The twist in all of this is that very few of these deadly mechanisms evolved out of pure aggression. Many defenses evolved as chemical conversations, not malice. A plant releases volatile organic compounds when its leaves are chewed. This isn't just a cry of pain, it's a chemical signal. It can attract predatory insects that will attack the herbivore, and it can warn neighboring plants to ramp up their own chemical defenses. The bright colors of the poison frog, the agonizing sting of the bullet ant, the deceptive allure of the toxic fruit, they are all forms of communication. It's survival by chemistry and mimicry, nature's rules. The jungle is a massive, interconnected network, speaking in a language of proteins, alkaloids, and pheromones. The malice we perceive is simply our human interpretation of an amoral, indifferent, and brutally efficient system. So, how does one navigate this beautiful, treacherous world? The first rule is simple. Respect the jungle. Always admire it from a distance. Don't touch what you don't know. That colorful frog, that interesting plant, that strange insect, assume they are dangerous until proven otherwise. A key piece of field safety is to understand that the ground itself is a hazard. Never sit down without thoroughly checking the area. Use a stick to probe the leaf litter for snakes or spiders before you step. And never, ever go into the jungle alone or without telling someone your exact route and expected return time. The jungle is unforgiving of arrogance. Humility is your most important piece of gear. Learn its logic, study how it works and why. Knowledge is your shield. Before you enter any jungle environment, study the local fauna and flora. Learn to distinguish the venomous snakes from the harmless ones. Understand which plants are known irritants. A common myth is that you can tell if a fruit is safe by watching if animals eat it. This is dangerously false. An animal may have evolved immunity to a toxin that is lethal to humans. The only reliable method is positive identification. By understanding the why behind the danger, the evolutionary pressures, the chemical mechanisms, you move from a state of fear to a state of informed caution. You begin to see the patterns, to read the warnings, and to appreciate the ecosystem on a much deeper level. The jungle is not our enemy. It is a complex, ancient system that we are only just beginning to understand. Its deadly secrets are not threats, but lessons in survival, adaptation, and the intricate dance of life. The same toxins that can kill us hold the potential for new medicines. The same genes that create perfect camouflage could inspire new technologies. This world of danger is also a world of immense value and wonder. So we must protect it, study it, and respect its boundaries. But above all, never, ever underestimate what hides in the green around you.